So this model here is the elderly nursing mannequin from LifeCast. She's quite fascinating. The lady herself who allowed us to cast her was an actress, and she's actually one of the empresses in the new Star Wars movie, bizarrely. So I'd like to introduce you to her. I just want you to have a good look. So the mannequin is based on an 81-year-old female. She's actually a dance instructor, and you'll see a few reasons why her body is actually fairly well toned for somebody of 81 years of age. We're hoping that people will take this mannequin in the spirit that she's been designed, and we think that she, although she's a full ALS mannequin, she's intubatable, she's ventilatable, all of that stuff, we hope that she also hits the respect agenda from the Resus Council, the nursing, the end of life, the laying people out, not just the traditional ALS stuff, but far more of the, if you like, the elderly care issues that we face. I'll just show you some of the movement associated with this particular model. So again, things like having finger bend for cannulation, which will allow vessels to come up. Things like having wrist bend, again for cannulation, so that you can see vessels coming up. And that third movement associated with cannulation, which is rotation. And again, it's really important that we're able to build mannequins that do those three maneuvers. The other one is obviously to be able to straighten the arm for the ACF, and you can see that we've got some veins through here. You can see a little bit of bingo wings, so despite being 81 you can still see that this is very much a real person. Also, in terms of the amount of movement, can you see that I'm able to bring her hand up, across, so for things like the recovery position or other things we're able to do all of that stuff as well. We can position her for IO, we can position her again for IO, tucking the arm underneath and accessing the humerus for the interosseous side of things. The mannequin does come with a full set of female genitals and pubic hair for catheterization purposes and all of that as well. Airway management wise, she's quite saggy, just here. So when I put the mask on, what you'll notice is that we've still got leaks. So what we have to be able to do with this particular mannequin, I cannot do it with a single-handed C-shaped grip. I actually have to go to a double-handed jaw thrust technique, as we would in somebody who had no teeth. Yeah. And again, we see that being a huge benefit in teaching care of the patient without any dentition. We hope that you take this particular mannequin in the spirit that's given. It's probably the world's most realistic elderly mannequin that has ever been made. Because, as I say, it is a life cast of a real lady. When you look at her feet, you can see the bunions associated with 81 years of dance. This life cast adult, he's a young guy. I say young, he's younger than me, a guy called Carl. Carl's a draper at Elstree Movie Studios. He makes green screens. And again, he allowed us to cast his body and to turn him into a mannequin. We're big fans of this. If you look at his facial hair, every single hair on that face was put in by hand. We have people who are hair punchers, and their job is to put in individual hairs. They decide to do a beard on this chap. You can see the eyebrows, the eyelashes, the nose. You'll notice that he's got underarm hair, and all of this is adding to the realism associated with the mannequin. He's got pubic hair, he's got a full set of genitals, and this is pretty much the same as the actual Carl. Again, from an airway management point of view, he's intubatable, ventilatable, all of that sort of stuff. But from a bagging point of view, he's really good fun. Because, again, the movement associated with this particular mannequin is as it should be in a real human being. You'll notice that we're not getting false rise and fall of the chest, we're getting that lateral movement as well as rise and fall of the chest, and that if some of that movement is down towards the area of the diaphragm down here. So as I say, although physiologically we know that the lungs are up here, what we're able to do is to approach that in a completely different way. People ask us about, okay, yeah, but how am I going to hear breath sounds? In a minute we're going to go and look at iSimulate, and I'll give you the answer, which is what we do is we control the noise you hear through the bell of the stethoscope. So we're able to beam to the stethoscope the noise I want you to hear. If you're doing heart sounds as you move the stethoscope around, we're controlling what you're hearing, not what's built into the mannequin. There's nothing tech-wise built into our mannequins, we just control the user interface.